The following is presented by the Joint Council on Economic Education and the Canadian Foundation for Economic Education.
Hello there, Brian. Hiya. Brian. Hi, Jasper. Hey, Gramps.
Well, hello, Brian.
How you been? We came to visit you.
Well, fine. Come on in the house a minute.
Watching you ride Jasper up here reminds me of the days when horses were a darn sight more than just pets.
Jasper's more than a pet. I raised her from a foal. She's part of the family.
I know you're pretty partial to that mare, Brian, but now, old Firecracker. Now, there's a horse that really worked for a living. Your great-grandfather and old Firecracker were the fastest team in the Pony Express. As long as it lasted, of course. Soon as the railroads come in, the horse was out of work. Substituted steam power for horsepower. And the airplane came along and folks had another substitute for moving the mail even faster.
If you're talking about Dad's mail truck, forget it. He can't even get it started.
Like I was saying, no substitute for a good horse, right? How is your father anyway?
You know, Dad, always worrying.
You know, that was a really good idea to substitute wood for oil this winter. I know our heating costs have gone down.
Yeah, they have. We're gonna have to cut back even more. Look at this. And it's gonna get even worse. I cut this out of the Extension Service Bulletin. So even livestock grains are in short supply. It's going to be even more expensive to feed Jasper.
But, John, that horse is Brian's whole life.
I know, but...
Do you want to tell him, or shall I? It was awfully nice of you to visit Gramps this afternoon.
Meat's got an interesting flavor. New recipe?
Not exactly. They're soy burgers.
Oh, what?
Burgers made out of soybeans. Cheaper and higher in protein.
You mean I've been eating some sort of bean patty?
They're not so bad.
Well, we are cutting back.
Coleslaw.
Yuck.
Cabbage is cheaper than lettuce.
Well, these French fries are real.
Potatoes.
I need to talk to you, son. It's about your horse.
And what about her?
Well, your mother and I have been trying to make ends meet for some time now, and it's been really tough. You know. Well, Brian, Jasper is costing us more than we can afford.
So what do you want me to do?
Brian, your father waited as long as he could. There's just no way we can keep her anymore. She's got to be sold.
Jasper's my horse. I raised her from a foal.
We know how you feel about the mare, son, but Business has been bad at the store for a couple of months now, and we just can't keep anything as expensive as a horse that serves no purpose.
But Jasper has a purpose. I ride her every day. You can't just ask me to give that up.
That's just for fun, honey. I'm sure you can find a substitute for horseback riding.
There's no substitute for Jasper.
There are substitutes for everything. Just have to get used to them.
See you later, Ben. See you later, Brian. Yeah.
Bye, Brian. See you tomorrow.
Bye. Hey, Dad.
Hello, son.
Truck won't start again?
All right, you know, Riley, to adjust these brakes. They work worse now than before.
You know, I was wondering, I know you can't pay me for a job after school in the store, but maybe if I got a job on weekends, you know, to help pay for Jasper's feed and stuff?
No way, son. You barely have time for your schoolwork as it is. If you did have more time, I could use you. Matter of fact, I could use you right now.
Oh, can't beat this special on fish.
No, they sure do have a big supply of fresh lake fish, that's for sure. And at this price, it's a good substitute for meat. More protein and cheaper. Which is more than I can say for your tomatoes.
Fresh vegetables are in short supply this time of year. That's why the price is so high.
Best thing I ever did was putting in that larger garden last year. Been substituting my home canned tomatoes for fresh ones all month.
And it doesn't have to be all or nothing. I put up a lot of vegetables myself last summer. Saved me money. Now I can afford a few fresh things for variety's sake.
Thank you, Brian.
Have a nice day, Miss Jones.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you, Miss Simpson. Well, Rick, what do you got for us today?
Tell you that I've substituted plastic mixing bowl sets for metal. Retailers are having a hard time selling the steel ones. Too expensive. Here.
I'll tell him.
Can't beat the new price. Something wrong, Brian?
Yeah. Dad's making me sell my horse.
How come?
No. He says grain's too expensive. He showed me an article about it.
Well, that's true. But I might still be able to help you out. Here. It's a new type of feed we began distributing last week. Higher nutritional content and lower price. It doesn't use as much grain as the old stuff.
I'd like to show this to Dad.
Okay. Hey, John. Do you think this truck is gonna make it up that mountain? I hear there's 2 inches of snow up there already.
It better make it. I got 2 days' mail and supplies for the folks up at Indian Creek Mine, including my father. You can bet I'll hear from him if I don't make it.
Dad, I really want you to look at this.
Now, son. I'm late enough already. Tonight at dinner time, okay?
I don't understand why Dad is so late.
He's probably over at Gramps. You know how they get to talking.
Yeah, but he said that he and I were going to talk about Jasper tonight at dinner. I wish Gramps had a phone.
I made this new recipe just for you, honey. It's called Vegetarian's Delight. And I'm sure that if you stop poking at it and start eating it, you will find that it is very good.
Are we ever going to have real food again?
I know it's hard to get used to it, but these are tasty, nutritious, economical substitutes for the same old dishes.
I like the same old dishes.
Try it, will you please? What do you think?
I'd say, can I have some more? I'm really sorry about complaining so much. It's just that with this new feed, I think I figured out a way to keep Jasper, and I really want to talk to Dad about it.
Brian, don't get your hopes up too high. Keeping Jasper means vet and blacksmith bills, too. 7:30. Can't think what's keeping him.
Do you want me to go look for him? I could take Jasper and ride up the mountain.
Absolutely not. It's bad enough worrying about one member of the family. Anyway, I'm sure he must be spending the evening over at Graham's. Why don't you go do your homework?
You know, Mom, you're right. He must have spent the night at Gramps.
Yeah. Don't worry about it, honey. He'll be back in the morning. You're going to bed.
Good night, Mom.
Night.
Dad! Dad! Don't worry, Dad. I'll go get help.
Well, this should do just fine. You can ride back to town with me.
Got a passenger, Doc.
How you feeling, Dad?
I'd feel better if I knew how I was going to manage with a broken leg.
Once you get in a walking cast, you'll be able to get around just fine.
I'm not worried about being able to get around the store. It's the deliveries I'm worried about.
Well, Dad, I might be able to help you out.
Yeah, you think so, do you?
Sure hope that this proves to Dad that, Jasper can earn a keep.
Well, you got one thing in your favor. This mare doesn't break down every other day.
Yeah, but he's gonna have to buy a new truck sometime.
Well, we'll worry about that when the time comes. Meanwhile, there's no better substitute than Jasper, right?
That's for sure.
Come on in the house, get something to eat.
The content for Give and Take was developed with funds from a consortium of 45 state and provincial education agencies. Other funds were provided by these corporations and foundations. Additional support was provided by the Office of Consumers Education, U.S. Department of Education. This program was produced by the Educational Film Center under the supervision of AIT, the Agency for Instructional Television.